back, appearing out of the heavens. Ex-Sundog Denise Loden has come to answer the Riot's prayers.
We'll go anywhere without Debbie Rice. We were the heart and soul of the Sundog team. They got rid of us. We'll pump our blood into another team.
That's right. With Denise and Debbie, we will not be beat.
With the addition of Denise Loden and Debbie Rice, the Riot dismantled a tough enforcer squad, leaving D'Amato up in arms. Loden has been acting like a woman possessed, and her demons are sure to be cast upon Stacy Blitch. Blitch stole the roller derby queen title from Loden and is dating Denise's ex-fiancé. Now Denise is out for her blood. It's the Riot facing the Quakes next on Roller Jam. A beautiful view of Orlando, Florida, and Universal Studios here in Orlando, home of the World Skating League and Roller Jam, which we bring you tonight from Orlando. And tonight, what a matchup we have. The Illinois Riot and the California Quakes. Very happy to have you with us, everybody. I'm Rory Marcus, along with Lee Hawk Rearman, and we have it all going for you tonight, including the roller derby queen. Her name is Stacy Blitch. She's a member of the bod squad of the California Quakes.
Well, Stacy Blitch has everything going for her right now. In fact, I'm a little bit jealous. She's now the roller derby queen. You see her dispensing of Denise Loden there, taking the victory with style. Then you see her starting the fight between former lovers Denise Loden and Sean Atkinson, who now, I guess we have to say, is the new girlfriend of Stacy Blitch of Sean Atkinson. And then last but not least, poor Denise Loden there. But you know what, though? She's the new queen of Illinois. And, of course, we're going to see the king of Illinois, Little Richard.
That's no way to treat your ex, I say. That really put an exclamation point to the end of that relationship. But Denise Loden is happy. She's here with Debbie Rice with the Illinois Riot, and they're a tough team. Let's meet them now. Well, let's meet him right after the explosion, I should say. That signals, though, that they're ready to get to the bank track, and here come the California Quakes women. Cindy Zimmerman, Jamie Konomak, and, of course, Stacy Blitch, the roller derby queen and, I guess, current girlfriend of Sean Atkinson.
She's basking in all her glory. She's got the dude. She's got the crown. She's even got the glasses on. A victory today would be a clean sweep, Rory.
Things are going well, but what about Atkinson? Did you notice he didn't even pause there the way he normally does? He just went right to the track.
Well, a lot of times this guy's a time bomb. He seems to be having his team playing and moving in the right direction, but he could explode at any time in the wrong direction as well.
And now the Illinois Riot women much improved with Debbie Rice and Denise Loden.
Well, considering how things have been going here with her new Riot teammates, she's got a lot to smile about, but the rivalry between her and the Quakes is thick as heck.
Because of Atkinson. And now Little Richard Brown, he really feels his oats right now. He says, not only am I the king, but my team is never going to lose another game. And he's confident as he skates out onto the track tonight. The crowd's here, they're ready to go. The Quakes and the Riot, a much anticipated game. And look at that little guy. He says, I want to be just like the Ack Attack when I get big. Then he started crying.
Roller Rules, brought to you by Dial 1-800-AT&T for collect calls.
Here are the rules of Roller Jam. There are 4 6-minute periods. The women skate periods 1 and 3. The men skate periods 2 and 4. There are 5 skaters per team, 2 jammers and 3 blockers. The blockers wear white helmets. The jammers have the black helmet with the stripe. Points are scored when jammers lap opposing team members. Here's an example of what I was just talking about. The jammer for the green team breaks out from the pack and circles the track. For each member of the red team that he or she passes, 1 point is earned. Broadway Danny Wolf is with Sean. Let's go down there.
Scary down here. What tension. And it seems to all be about you, Ack Attack. First of all, your teammates, none of them are getting along with you. Second of all, your present girlfriend's here. Your ex-fiance Denise is here.
Street foot.
Hey, come on. And the last time Denise was out here on the track with you, you back attacked her.
Tell you what, come to the Ack Attack party, because I'm going to kick some ass.
Gee, that sounds like a good party. Let's go.
Denise Loden seems to have recovered nicely from that back attack, and she really loves this new Illinois Riot franchise she's with. and she can bring a pop to anybody. And Stacy Blitch, I tell you what though, Rory, I really look for her to start to get a little bit full of herself. And I think it really might affect her in the Quakes here shortly.
And now we're in quarter number 1, as you can very readily tell. And here we go. And there goes Atkinson's current girlfriend, Stacy Blitch, out with the other Bod Squad member, Jamie Konomak. And the new Illinois Riot member, Debbie Rice, goes right out with her. Debbie Rice, probably the best skater of the 3, but a little overmatched right now, maybe by the 2 Bod Squatters. Let's see, maybe if she can pull something out of her bag of tricks. Stacy Blitch has been all smiles since her and Atkinson got together. So far, Konomak and Stacy Blitch have not been able to dispose of Debbie Rice on this jam. Well, this ought to be a whale of a game. These 2 teams have more personality than I think I've ever seen. Well, Debbie Rice didn't need to pull anything out of her bag of tricks because Denise Loden's getting the game started on the right foot.
On the infield.
And that little dance she did, Roy, they're telling me that they're calling that the psychedelic fun package. She packs a lot of fun into that package, does Denise Loden. You'd think that these California Quakes would see her coming the way she's dressed, but oh boy, she brought a little package that was nothing but, that had no fun for the Bod Squad.
Little baby girl in Tupelo, Mississippi once, but now here she is in the World Skating League and causing a lot of damage. No scoring on the jam because Debbie Rice got knocked into the infield as well. And now Amy Craig gets out there for the Quakes against the Riot jammer Crystal Schneider. And they go at one another. Both teams trying to get the opening points in this game. Craig, number 24, knocks Schneider off of her skates. And that leaves Amy to come up too. Guess who? Denise Loden. Loden waves her right. Oh, she missed the hip check. And there goes that psychedelic outfit right into the rail. And Amy Craig's putting on a skating display. Inside, outside, spinning, picking up the points. Loden's back on her feet, missed her again. Amy Craig slips down and calls off the jam.
I don't think the referee saw her call off the jam, Rory.
I guess he didn't, because Crystal Schneider's trying to get up there and Konomak takes care of her. Didn't matter whether he saw it or not, because Amy Craig scored the only points on the jam. A big 3. We'll be back right after this. We're back at Roller Jam Arena. Rory Marcus and Lee Rearman. 3-0. The California Quakes have the early lead in this very first period of this game. And there goes the pigtail one, the Bod Squad member, Jamie Konomak, out there with her Bod Squad mate, Cindy Zimmerman. And now they're by themselves with those cloud outfits. You like those, Hawk?
Yeah, they're not bad. They're not bad.
I'm sure they'll be comforted to know that they're okay with you.
They're okay with me.
All right. And here comes Konomak and Zimmerman. Denise Loden slips back to the back of the pack. Stacy Blitch is back there as well. They are rivals, as you know. Here's a whip by Blitch. It worked for one of them, but not the other one. Blitch holds her arms out, says what happened, and Jamie Konomak calls off the jam. I think they're going to give him 1 point on that.
One blue.
That's right.
But there's the double Bod Squad bust. All 3 Bod Squatters involved. And Jamie Konomak scores a point, but Cindy Zimmerman just bounced right off a wall. And the wall is named Denise Loden.
Well, that whip sent her right into Loden. There's Loden giving a shot to Stacy Blitch. It's just natural, I guess, that these 2 wouldn't like each other. That's just in the pack. They're not out jamming, and they're working each other over. 4-0, the California Quakes have grabbed the early lead in this game. And Amy Craig will try and lengthen that lead for the Quakes if she can stay on her feet, but she can't do it.
Well,
She's knocked down by Debbie Rice.
Debbie Rice brings such a great element here. We've talked about Denise Loden being here as the big story. Hey, Debbie Rice, if not the fastest, is one of the fastest women in the World Skating League. You're seeing that speed right now, Rory.
She's one of the fastest skaters in any league, on any planet. And she comes up now to Konomak and Blitch. Oh, Denise Loden's there to take the Bod Squad's bods down. And I mean hard. Blitch is hurt, banging the track. Konomak hasn't gotten up yet. And Loden celebrates.
Let's go, let's go.
Well, that's psychedelic. You can't miss her. Denise Loden, not afraid to steal moves from people. She takes down 2 of the 3 Bod Squatters, finds a little fluffy toy on the side, says, hey, Jamie Conemack, here's your pigtail back at you. Ouch.
Denise Loden, to Sean Atkinson's credit, he hasn't really gotten involved in this women's skating period so far. Although I'm sure he's tempted to. Conemack over there shaking it off, literally.
I'm tempted to get involved in this women's skating period. If they'd let me, I would, Rory.
Well, we could do a chromosome test. Maybe you can make it. 4-2 is the score. The Quakes have the lead, and they have just one jammer out there, but when that one is Stacy Blitch, you've got a pretty good shot at something. Blitch now against Crystal Snyder, and now it's Stacy all by herself, waving at the crowd, a big smile on her face, adjusts the helmet, comes around the track. The crowd's chanting her name. She loves it. That just propels her to greater heights. As she looks at the pack, Debbie Rice is back there. Rice along with Millie Guthrie, and they say, come on with it. This will be the last jam of this first period. Let's see if Stacy Blitch can do anything with it. She's trying to get through 2 blockers. She's doing everything she can. They're pulling each other's hair. They're grabbing. Here comes Denise Loden.
No.
Look at the roller derby queen get her revenge.
Get her off.
Well, Denise Loden, they say she learned everything she knows from Sean Atkinson. She doesn't know everything he knows because he saved a few for Stacy Blitch, and they're not done yet, Rory.
That's enough.
Just waiting was Loden, but it backfired. She couldn't do it. She gets flipped up and over herself. Down goes Loden on her back, and Blitch raises her arms in triumph as the first period comes to an end. Atkinson says, that's a way to go, baby. And now he'll get a chance to go himself onto the track. There he is. Sean Atkinson screamed for us. All right. He'll go against little Richard Brown, the so-called king. He's used his Just for Men on his beard, and he's ready to get going into this second period. Stay right with us. The Quakes women on the bench. There's Amy Craig. They're trying to fire the crowd up and doing a pretty good job of it as well. Look at Amy. She's so sweet. 6-2 is the score. Danny Wolf, Broadway, you're in the infield. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I'm here with Stacy Blitch, and you and Denise are going to town. The fur is flying. What a back body drop.
I told you I'd get what needs to be taken down on the track. I get it done on the track. This is just a little bit of what's coming to her.
Back to you, Rory and Hawk.
Stacy Blitch has given lover boy Sean Atkinson a little bit of a lead, but Richard Brown, the king, will have something to say about that when he goes up against Atkinson, the guy who has all the girls.
Can you imagine being in his position? Well, there's my ex, there's my current, and they hate each other's guts. And they have a license to kill almost because they're in the World Skating League. All right, here we go. Mo Sanders gets out there for the Illinois Riot. This is our first look at the Riot men in this game, featuring Ray Robles, little Richard Brown, but right now featuring Mo Sanders. Whoa! He wasn't taking any mercy on Brian Krebs there. Now there's Brown and Robles. We mentioned them a minute ago. They don't care about the jam. They want to work on Atkinson. Now they kind of take a break and look over to see if they scored any points.
Well, I think their teammates are looking at him like, what are you doing? Mo Sanders says, hey, I'm trying to score some points here. I'm trying to work.
But look at Atkinson there in the middle of the pack, and here comes Brown from behind, Robles from in front, and immediately they just forget about the play and start beating up Sean.
Rory, they weren't even into the first turn. They hadn't even gained a full head of steam, and they're not done. They solicit the help of the psychedelic package, Denise Loden.
Denise Loden just gave Atkinson a shot where it might hurt him. She knows where it's going to hurt him. Debbie Rice is happy about it.
Everyone else, get moving.
Wow.
Well, she went right after familiar territory.
Yeah, but not in a kind way. Watch this. They hold him up. They had to have planned this, and now Denise is going to come deliver the goods. Oh, just a right hand right into the midsection. And you know what I mean.
Well, last time we saw Sean Atkinson with a back attack to Denise Loden, left her sprawling on the track, and the little psychedelic shuffle of Denise Loden. I tell you, payback is a you-know-what.
Denise said, we never had a baby, thank goodness, but you're not going to have one with Stacy either. Now the pack's just coming apart. With Brown and Robles out there, people just falling all over the track. And they're usually at the bottom of it. They just get up and skate along as though, well, we didn't do anything. What do you mean, penalty? Look at that move. They both go down, though. For the Illinois Riot, Mike Tanner gets up first. And he's the only jammer right now that has a chance to score any points. This men's period has been something, and even with a female in there, Denise Loden giving Atkinson a little shot. And then it's Atkinson who winds up in the penalty box. Where's the justice? Rusty Montgomery back there to block, and he goes down and goes through those uprights. Gets back up, finds Tanner still there and gives him another shove. Still 10 seconds left in the jam. Montgomery whacks Tanner a couple more times, and now he's going to get rid of him for good.
Well, that's the rusty nail. He's added this little rusty wrench he's got to the arsenal.
Let's go.
It's just pulling the nail out after you've hammered it in.
Let's go.
Well, Tanner's going to feel like he just spit the knife in the toolbox after that one. Well, he's taken the Texas Bulldog and made it his own with the little underarm swoop, made it the rusty nail, and now the last few games, he's added the rusty wrench. I think he's going to need a tetanus shot after that. Is number 54, Mike Tanner.
Rusty Montgomery heads over to the penalty box, but Atkinson has vacated and he's out. Either that wasn't a direct hit from Loden or Atkinson recovers quickly. But he's kind of skating gingerly in the pack right now as the jammers go at it, trying to get the advantage on one another. Oh, wow. Eric Slopey comes through, flies through the air, and rips into Travis Wills. They congratulate each other on their proficiency and go on to try and score some points. It's Slopey along with Brian Krebs. I wonder if Slopey ever saw Kansas City Bomber. He's a big movie buff. And there's a bomb shot from Ray Robles. Robles is getting it done as a blocker, just turning around, pinwheeling those arms, pivoting on his skates, and keeping two jammers from scoring at the same time. There's another shot. Oh, and talk about a shot. Robles just skated face first into a bench. He gets up and he's going after Atkinson.
Well, we saw the first jam. They went right after him.
That's it. You got to go in on this. Let me take you in and watch your time.
Look out. Atkinson's kicking the bench. He's picking it up again. Sometimes I think he just loses all his marbles when the game starts.
Well, you got to remember he's had a couple of relationships going. Oh, he's going nuts, Rory. Takes Rusty Montgomery's chair out of the penalty box. Goes right after Ray Robles, and that just sets off a series of events that have been stewing for a while. He's got a lot at stake here in the World Skating League, and it just apparently has gotten too much to bear for this young man.
Well, as you know, he's had a lot going on off the track and on the track. His team has not been doing as well as he'd like. He feels the responsibility maybe for both things. He just looks like a man with problems, doesn't he? As Sean Atkinson sits down in the penalty box, having to sit out the jam, and that's a power play situation now for the Illinois Riot. But Richard Brown goes to the front of the pack and tries to control things. First he knocks Tom Smith down. Now he's got Krebs with a hip check, and the Riot get their jammer out there. It's number 54, Mike Tanner. That was a great job done by Richard Brown to take down the two Quake jammers and then send a whip out to his own. Mike Tanner out of Akron, Ohio, folks. If you're watching us there, this is your hometown boy. Rusty Montgomery to block. Here comes Robles to assist. Gets up ahead of steam and takes care of Montgomery. Now he's going to go after the rest of the pack. The big left hand goes in there. Now he jumps another one and just yanks him down. Hog-tied him. Robles did the damage. The points are scored by Tanner. And look at Ray.
Well, one thing about these Illinois Riot is they've got about 1,000 years of experience between Robles and little Richard Brown, and as soon as they know that Sean Atkinson is in the penalty box, they take full advantage on some of these youngsters. You see him go after Tom Smith. You see him take down I believe that was Santiago. They're just going after these guys, and Ray Robles, a little bit of celebration at the end of the play.
I'm ready.
He just threw a haymaker in there.
He just corralled them. That looked almost like the Rusty Montgomery Rusty Nail. Everybody's going to need tetanus shots after this one.
7-6 now. The Illinois Riot have a 1-point lead in this game. We're in the final jam of the first half. And the Quakes managed to get 2 jammers out by themselves. Number 23 is Eric Slopey. Number 25, Brian Krebs. Bo Sanders on the chase for the Riot. And Sanders can chase with the best of them. That's little Richard Brown who took the helmet. Pardon me, that's Richard, the King. Sorry, King. He goes through there like a knife through butter.
And what's he doing? He's not supposed to be able to do that, Rory. These guys are half his age.
Doesn't matter. As Brown, he bounces up, though, like a balloon as Atkinson knocked him down. And now Sean does it again. And Brown gets right back up again. Atkinson's obviously back there on the track and making his presence felt again. Brown is going to try him one more time. Here he comes. Oh, man. Little Richard Brown. What's Atkinson doing?
Where are you going, Atkinson? No, don't do it.
Oh.
He's absolutely lost his mind, Rory. Well, here's little Richard Brown at the end when he meets the fate of Sean Atkinson. Sean Atkinson takes care of little Richard Brown and acts as if Ray Robles, and then he goes back to Richard Brown. He's playing ping pong. And then right at the end of the play, you see the full body explosion of Sean Atkinson to little Richard Brown. He's still not done though, Rory.
If he had stopped there, that would have been enough. But instead, he climbed that rail and had to do it again. We're at halftime, tied at 8, as Atkinson tries to figure out where he is. We are back at Universal Studios here in Orlando, Florida. A beautiful scene, and here at Roller Jam Arena, quite a game between the California Quakes and the Illinois Riot. Rory Marcus and Lee Rearman back with you. What did you think of that first half?
Well, I just think that, we have an even score, but anything but even is what's going on and off the track. And I mean the demeanor of Sean Atkinson. This guy has absolutely lost his marbles. And that, to me, is the big story of the first half. If this guy continues on this tirade, these California Quakes are an absolute team without a leader. They got no shot, Rory.
I heard little Richard Brown say, that guy's crazy, talking about Atkinson. The first half highlights will show you what we're talking about.
The relationship between these two, Loden and Atkinson, might be over, but the confrontation in the storm continues. Denise Loden and Stacy Blitch going at it for the women. We talked about the matchup, and Denise Loden says, hey, how's your current girlfriend like that one, buddy? And Ray Robles gets one, too.
Even as it seems as though Sean Atkinson is losing it a little bit and the California Quakes are coming apart at the seams, how is that relationship between Sean and Stacy going? Let's find out from Julie Lynch.
The California Quakes always live up to their name. It seems at any moment the ground could just open up and swallow this ever-bickering team. And Sean Atkinson seems to be the one causing the tremors.
I just hope this time Sean keeps his head in the game and remembers his team comes first.
Sean Atkinson's personal dramas inevitably lead to him blaming his team for all his on-track woes.
Because I'm not getting any support. Rusty Montgomery is having problems. I don't know if it's girl problems because he can't get any or whatever, but I'm telling you what, we have problems.
His romantic involvement with super ego co-captain Stacy Blitch,
I'm a single white female and I'm tough,
has disrupted the Quakes' limited concentration.
I'll put it to you this way. I like Stacy a lot better than I like Denise. But I have an old saying, never fish in your own pond. It just causes trouble.
Sean and Stacy have ignored their critics and continued to enjoy one another even under intense media scrutiny. And Atkinson's response to Rusty and the rest of the Quakes' concerns?
I know what it is. He's going out with another woman, okay? It's always a woman.
I tell you what, it's always a bunch of crap out of your mouth. And you know what you do with crap? You flush it. Get the hell out of here, punk.
Denise Loden, well, she's made her presence felt for the Illinois Riot so far in this one. She's with Broadway Danny Wolf right now. Broadway, let's hear from Denise.
That's right, I'm here with Denise, and I gotta tell you, I have I've never seen your ex-fiance, Sean Atkinson, more psycho in my life than he was in this first half, and I know it has something to do with you being out here.
Yeah, he never acted like that with me. At least I was able to keep him somewhat under control and happy. And as far as Stacy Blitch goes, she looks like a Pamela Anderson experiment gone bad. And I heard Sean Atkinson earlier in an interview call me a dog looking for a bone. Well, you know what, Attack? I am a dog just looking for a bigger bone.
Oh, tough words from Denise Loden. This is going to be a third period to never forget. Back to you, Rory and Hawk.
And I wonder where Atkinson was, if he was out burying a bone somewhere at halftime. Well, we're coming up now to the second half, and Stacy Blitch, you know she wants to get on the track against Denise Loden, the former girlfriend of Sean Atkinson. There's Denise ready to go, and we're ready to go into the third quarter. We'll shake it up for you, so don't go away. We're coming right back.
Oh!
We're ready to go. Period number 3. The second half about to start. The women are on the track. Well, not all the women are on the track. One of them's in the infield with a sign. But here we go. We're tied up at 8. And the jam begins. Debbie Rice, with her flowing blonde hair, gets out there for the Illinois Riot. She's joined by Amy Craig of the Quakes. Right now, it's a 2-on-1 advantage for the Illinois Riot. Number 53, Millie Guthrie's out there as well. So Guthrie and Rice against Craig. Amy kind of grabbed at her neck. I think one of those shots hurt right there. Oh, that one definitely hurt. And they take the pack apart, and right through there to get the points go the Riot. Craig got set down on her back by Denise Loden, and now helped up by Stacy Blitch.
I don't know how stable Denise Loden is right here in this. Well, she's not even in an Illinois uniform. But Amy Craig takes the, I guess that kind of looked like a Mark D'Amato move almost.
Wow. I'll tell you what else happened. They got 8 points out of that. The Illinois Riot lead it now 16-8. Blitch gives a whip to fellow bot squad member Cindy Zimmerman. She gets out there, and her and Jamie Kanamak lead this jam as the Riot couldn't get anybody out of the pack. You give those pack skaters a lot of credit. They don't get all the glory, but they hang in there and they make these plays happen more times than you can actually see. Kanamak just pounded her skate on the track as though maybe one of those wheels is coming loose a little bit. Stacy Blitch is going to lead the way for her fellow bod squatters. They've got one. They got another one. Now there goes Brown. They get that one, and they got them all. 8 points for the Quakes, and just like that, they get all 8 of them back.
You saw Denise Loden dominate on the last jam. Well, now it's Stacy Blitch's turn. She goes after Millie Guthrie, finishes it off, and she is just annihilating the whole pack, and now she's not done.
Let's go.
These guys are like just the Energizer bunnies, Rory.
3 minutes, 40 seconds. Let's go. Get them ready. Get them ready.
A little wave to the crowd after her fight.
Loden. That was to Sean Atkinson, I think. Maybe that was to me.
No, it wasn't.
I'm ready.
Loden comes back out, and they're ready to go again. Now tied up at 16. Denise just gave a shot to Stacy Blitch right in front of the pack that time. Boy, sometimes it's the ones you don't see that hurt the most, but we caught that one. There goes Jenny Matthews. First time she's been out tonight. Jenny Matthews, an outstanding skater, leading the way right now and being chased, pursued by Ileana Bonilla. Bonilla caught her, and let's see who gets the better of it. Matthews does. Matthews comes up to Loden. Denise has had a big game in a lot of ways tonight. And she's doing a good job on Matthews right here. She's working her over. She has a little help from Millie Guthrie. They both whacked her. 13 seconds left on the jam. Matthews coming through. Stacy Blitch, back flip. There you go. She's perfected that thing. She loves it. Look at her get the high five from Shaw. It's hard enough just to skate, let alone backflip, land on your skates, and knock down 2 opponents.
My goodness. And she comes away smiling. Sean Atkinson seems to have calmed himself down a little bit, but In a couple of minutes here when the men get on the track, I'm sure he'll be back to his newly found psychopathic self.
18-16 now. The California Quakes have grabbed a slim lead in this game. Be interesting to see what happens when Atkinson and Brown and Robles get back out there when the men come out in the fourth and final period. We're a minute and a half away from that. Now Amy Craig slips down. Debbie Rice is out there.
And Amy Craig's having a tough go of it here, Rory. She's spent more time face down at the hands of some of these Riot than she has out in a jam. I think she might be shaken up a little bit.
Debbie Rice comes up to her pal Denise Loden, and they really are good, close friends off the track and on. And underneath she goes. Loden whipped her down underneath the block. Rice picked up the points, and now Loden and Blitch are going at it again, but Debbie Rice got the points. Two of them for the Riot, tied the game up again.
Debbie Rice is a fantastic player. And Denise Loden, if nothing else, because of the way she's dressed, making a lot of the attention. I mean, Debbie Rice is just adding a whole new dimension to this team. Little Richard Brown says he was looking for a woman. Well, he got two, and he got two good ones.
Oh, she's an all-star skater. Don't have any worry about that. We're tied at 18. Now Stacy Blitch and Denise Loden get out there. They're both going to jam, and Loden gets railed. Boy, the crowd loved it. Blitch has got the crowd on her side. And Stacy Blitch, the roller derby queen, she won it in a match race against four other skaters, comes around the track. She likes nothing more than to smile and wave at the crowd, get the accolades, and also does the job. And the crowd chants, Quakes, 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 as Stacy Blitch nears the back of the pack. I'm surprised Loden's not out there, but Millie Guthrie is. Millie Guthrie knocks the helmet off of Stacy Blitch, who grabs her around the waist. Guthrie's got a hold of the hair. Loden's waiting. Loden's got her, knocks her down, trying to keep her down. As she gets up, she's going to flip her.
My.
Extra period.
Sean Corbin pushes Loden away, and Blitz picks herself up by sections.
Well, you said she didn't know where she was. She was hiding, laying in wait.
That's enough.
I don't know. Let's call it a draw as far as the women are concerned. Loden and Blitz both had their moments.
Well, it's the back attack perfected by her ex-boyfriend.
And it's a perfect example, I think, Hawk, of why you shouldn't date anybody at work. I mean, does Atkinson look happy?
We're breaking up, buddy.
He's going to go against the Riots, Ray Robles and Richard Brown. What are you guys looking at? The Quakes have shaken off Denise Loden to go out to a 19-18 lead. Fourth and final period coming up. And the King's gotten down off his throne just long enough to talk to our own Broadway, Danny Wolf.
All right, Richard Brown, one big period left. You guys trail by one, but how about the psycho, Sean Atkinson?
Atkinson is crazy. The man is whacked. He don't even know what he's doing out there. His mama, his daddy ought to have him committed. I, on the other hand, the only intelligent man out here, the king of the WSL, Denise Loden, my queen. We will rule this world. We will rule this track. That Flacco is going to be putting inside inside him. He is absolutely out of his mind.
Thank you, Roy and Hawk.
Okay, thanks a lot, little Richard Brown. He's the only intelligent man out there right now. And as he was talking about Atkinson being nuts, Sean was skating around the track, hitting himself on the head as though to prove the point. Well, it's affected the green card girl. She was walking around with a #1 sign.
That's all right. She doesn't need to count, Rory.
All right, it is the fourth and final period. Travis Wills of La Crosse, Wisconsin, one of my favorite little towns, gets out there for the Illinois Riot.
I once got the heck beat out of me in Wisconsin.
I have no doubt that you deserve it.
Well, I got the heck beat out of me in most states.
Travis Wills comes up to Rusty Montgomery. Ooh, man. Montgomery knocked him down, but then slipped down himself. They both get up. These guys get up. These guys are as resilient as you can possibly be. And they have to be when they absorb shots like that from Atkinson. He He's not finished.
Let's go. Put him down. Put him down. Put him down.
Taking out the laundry.
Put him down.
I guess maybe he's showing his new girlfriend Stacy Blitz that he can do laundry, and he's using a jammer as an example. But if you were looking for a little teamwork out of Atkinson and Montgomery, you got it here. You know the name. It's the skyscraper. And number 57, Travis Wills. Doesn't matter if he's from Wisconsin. He got the crap kicked out of him there.
The Quakes and the Riot in the final period of this game.
He made me.
That's Mo Sanders looking to give little Richard Brown a whip. They get Brown up on top of the track and send him out. And there goes the king, the only intelligent man out there, as he is proclaimed. He was looking at you when he said it, Hawk. Tom Smith leading the jam for the Quakes. And now Tom Smith is down, and Brown says, oh, there's another one here? Okay, I'll take care of him too.
Well, they sent him out in a jam again. This is a couple of times, Rory. Usually he only goes out once on a jam, if that. He's gone out 2 or 3 times today as a jammer. I don't know. I think this might be a bad move by little Richard Brown at this point in the game.
He said Atkinson should be committed. And Atkinson now is committing mayhem on Brown with the elbows into the stomach. Look at Atkinson's face. He just looks as mean as he can. That's mean right there.
That's it. I put you in on this. Get moving. Get moving.
Sean Corbin tells him to get moving. Leave the scene of the crowd. That looks like a hit and run if he's leaving.
Get up,
But Denise Loden, who used that move earlier, what's he doing?
Oh, look at this guy.
Let's go.
Look at this guy come unwound.
It's called the back attack. He had created it. He invented it. He has a habit of using it. As Stacy Blitz, his girlfriend, looks on.
Denise Loden went over to Richard Brown and said, get up, King. The king has fallen. Look at her. She's wearing the crown.
Well, I said he should be going out there 2 or 3 times because the distraction, or I guess the novelty of it, wears off and players really get a chance to get after him after he does it 2 or 3 times. And you see why he should do it, Rory. He made me look like I know what I'm talking about.
Andy Wallace. That's not easy to do.
You're darn right.
Andy Wallace and Mike Tanner taken down. Slopey leaps over the top and he's by himself. There's the white pony. Eric Slopey goes to the whip. We're not far from Calder Racetrack. Slopey's running in the 4th tomorrow. And Robles goes back to try and keep him in the starting gate. Montgomery is going to give an assist now, but Robles is tough. Let's see if Montgomery can do anything with him. Here comes the whip to Slopey. They spin him around. They get him down on the inside of the track, and he sneaks past Robles. Nice move by Slopey. Now he sends Robles out over the rail. Ray Robles, who idolizes the late, great Ralphie Valadares, but that time Slopey had the Valadares moves, and he scores the points as Robles rips over the rail. We're right back. Let's take a look now at our Army Men air attack of the game. It's Sean Atkinson flying through the air to take out Travis Wills. So Atkinson's skyscraper is our Army Men air attack of the game. Slopey rules, huh? It looked like he did there a minute ago.
Well, you got the little white pony head there. Eric Slopey, he's something else. He has just so much ability, Rory. He gets a little too excited sometimes, but he is definitely fun to watch, that young man.
He is indeed. Mo Sanders trying to stay up. He was on one skate for a while, and he kept his balance. Good job of skating by Mo Sanders of the Illinois Riot. And the Quakes get somebody right out after him. Tony Santiago knocks Sanders flat. Now Santiago slips and falls. And the lead jammer all of a sudden becomes Tom Smith of the Quakes. Boy, they're just falling all over the place in that pack. Sanders and Smith get up there. Robles and Atkinson are back to block. Either man is easy to get by, believe me. Sanders comes up to Atkinson again. Robles already sent Smith over the rail. And I think Robles has in mind to help out his jammer right here. He comes up to Atkinson and pulls him down from behind, letting Sanders get through. Sanders got another one. He spins. He calls it off. How many did he get, referee Sean Corbin?
2 red and 1 blue. I got 2 red.
2 red, 2 Illinois points.
2 points. We got our last jam coming up here, Rory.
And one blue.
And one blue. So the game is tied, deadlocked at 23. And time for one last jam.
And more importantly, Sean Atkinson is really shaken up between the punishment Ray Robles inflicted on him right there and the shots he seems to give himself, either by hitting himself in the head with a bench, his fist, or flailing himself on the track. He's really hurting right now.
He's looking forward to going home where he can just lay down and hit himself in the head with a sledgehammer. The Riot have the jammers out there right now. Number 54, Mike Tanner. Number 57, Travis Wills. Tanner leading the way. And in a tie game, Atkinson back there. It's all up to him. Can he stop the Riot jammers? Atkinson threw his blocker's helmet off. He rips one right elbow into the midsection of Tanner, and another one into the head of Wills. Atkinson so far is getting the job done. Atkinson has not let anybody pass him yet. 13 seconds left in the jam in a tie game. 8 seconds. Oh, Brown took Atkinson out. The Riot get the points, and the Riot win the game.
And Atkinson's out. The King comes back. We saw him out a couple of jams ago, Rory. He comes back to win the game.
They're high-fiving as Atkinson crawls on his hands and knees into the infield. The King says, give me my crown, baby. I've done it again. And there's Loden and Blitch with a hair pulling.
Well, they're going to reenact the roller derby queen match race we saw a couple of weeks ago.
Blitch got away from Denise there just for the moment.
Well, just a couple of jams ago, I was being cocky about how smart I was, saying little Richard Brown had made a bad decision to go out as a jammer. Well, shows you how smart I am. Short-lived success. The King comes through, takes out Sean Atkinson, and brings home the victory.
This guy's been doing it forever. Atkinson has crawled over to where Broadway Danny Wolf is. Let's see if he's on his feet and can speak. Go ahead, Danny.
What a crazy man! He ain't crazy.
All right, Sean, it looked like Rusty skated right by Richard, that you were the one who take the brunt of the injury. I mean, you guys lost the game because of that.
Rusty Montgomery has not been there for me. Mark D'Amato has Tim Washington. Richard has this old tink here, Ray. I don't have anybody. I'm tired of doing it by myself. I need help. And this man's not able to do it. You're not able to do it, brother.
Oh, man. Teammates going at it after a loss. I hate to see that.
Well, we saw this festering early. Came to a bubble in the second period with Sean Atkinson losing his mind temporarily. I think now he's lost it permanently.
Atkinson says, I've got no one. Maybe he feels like a man on an island, and they're holding Rusty Montgomery back as Atkinson heads for the locker room.
And Rusty Montgomery purple with rage while Sean Atkinson runs away. The Quakes are in trouble.
You can imagine what that locker room and that shower will be like for the California Quakes. Things are going badly. But for the Illinois Riot, things couldn't be going much better. Since they picked up Denise Loden, they've beaten the Enforcers, and they've beaten the Quakes. They're on a roll. What will become of the Quakes? Tonight they lose 25-23. We'll see you next time on Roller Jam.